Welcome to the show. Hi, it's Open House Thursday. I am Mariah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have my lovely co-host here.
I'm feeling you.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, Mariah.
You're looking so pretty.
Thank you.
And girly.
Yeah, very uncomfortable, but yeah. I wish I was in a
You
pair
have
of
to
jeans.
add that, Abby.
Yes, I wish I was in a pair of jeans. But how are you doing, Jimmy?
It reminds me of our president's wife's cape in Belgium. Very expensive looking dress. Well, when I go
That's
up,
what they said. You don't know. Did you go to Belgium to buy and buy it yourself?
I saw it on the site of the company that designed the dress. But this morning, I'd like to talk about CMD Road. They have several banks and at least a school that I know of on that road. And cars keep on reversing into the road. That's why there's major traffic on that road. I think they need to do something about that. My church's school is also on a major road and there's several banks on it. Yes, I know that that road is wider, but they have people positioned to make sure that there's free flow of traffic at all times. So we must consider other people who use our roads. Yeah. Let's not be selfish. At 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. every day, that road is blocked. Totally. You know, because
it's
of
pretty
this
narrow.
school.
It's just a one-lane road. They need to either expand the road or just get somebody to
If you want to expand the road now, they'll be complaining that you're breaking their fence. You know,
but we might have to do that.
All right.
Anyway.
How are you doing, Tok? I like your outfit. You look nice, sporty.
I'm feeling myself. I think that every time I get in that mood, that I'm really feeling myself. I tell my husband, let's go watch a movie. Let's just take. You want to flirt me today? Thereabouts. But I'm amazed at how intelligent our children are in recent times, and I think that as parents we have this awesome job of steering them in the right direction. They know so much. They know how churches are making money, how politicians are making money. They know the most lucrative jobs are within the church, and we need to steer them to see other potential that will be addition to raising values in children. It is, Mariah, it is a difficult job because everything you see around just puts you in that line of seeing much money with less value. It's
cool.
It's scary.
How are you doing, Ua?
Very well, thank you. Talking about politics, I went to my son's school this morning. He's campaigning for the position of the head boy. So he had his manifesto, you know, to the school assembly. He had his manifesto. He was the first person that was called upon. So thank God I was able to quickly catch it on video. And there are just two of them contesting for the position of head boy. So may the best man win.
That's exciting.
He's tried. So I mean, leadership I think goes beyond just saying that somebody is. I mean, it starts from little, like what
did you see the makeup on the face of the head girl? Head girl campaign picture. The girl had foundation powder, eyeshadow, lipstick. I felt she should be disqualified. Schools need to speak up on those things. You can't be campaigning.
That one is a different parental issue that needs to be addressed.
We have a lot of job to do. People don't.
So I think it's really
I think he's been born in the right. Like I like this. I'm enjoying this because when we were growing up, there was a lot of excitement, but it wasn't like this. This one, because even if he becomes a head boy, he has that grooming from his parents who can direct him, so he can be a good leader. You know, he has direction. You know, he has people who can actually help him to make the right decisions. So I think he's been born at the right time.
That's it.
That's excited.
That's it. So we're hoping tomorrow is the election.
Oh, that's good. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, it's Open House Thursday, so we're gisting all the way. We're talking about the other room, but first, let's look at the front pages of the newspaper. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Number one. Oh. Welcome back. All right, let's start with the Punch. We spent 785 million naira on anti-Boko Haram campaign in Lagos, says Obanikoro. Confirms giving 1.7 billion naira to Missouri before 2014 Oshungo governorship poll. Picture of our president meeting the Chibok girls. 13.9 billion naira transfer. Senate hires forensic experts to grill MTN and others. Tight security as Uwas Oba receives staff of office today. CBN to guarantee letters of credit for importers. Federal government assigns Malibu Halliburton $1.28 billion scam cases to special prosecutors. Ambody fires 3 commissioners. More may be sacked. Justice Okoro's allegations are childish and trivial, says Amechi. ExxonMobil exits Nigeria's downstream sector. Pretty interesting story. This book, Abanikoro, I think we should take it in Nation, because Nation actually has a breakdown of who he distributed money to. So let's take it in Nation.
But I was going to also take the
MTN
Senate, the upper chamber, hiring forensic experts and lawyers to probe MTN's, as they put it, illegal transfer of, how many billion was it?
$13.9 billion transfer.
Yes, almost $14 billion transfer between 2006 and 2016. Yeah. I would follow that case. I'd like to see how it ends.
And ExxonMobil exited on the downstream.
Yeah.
The NIPCO has
bought
60%. Interesting. So I was even thinking that maybe all the Mobil will change, but they think they're going to maintain the Mobil brand.
Mobil is a very strong brand.
And they've sold, they've sold their own 60% share.
The 60% shares is worth 40.6 billion naira. That's a lot of money.
It's a whole lot of money. I'm happy that a Nigerian company is indigenous company is taking this up. However, I feel a little bit sad that we're losing an international reputable company from our downstream sector.
So
I don't know how to. Yes, I don't know how to view with that. Is it that are they running away from the economic crisis, or is it that they are scared of Nigerians? We're not decided about the PIB bill. We're looking for more dollars. I feel that as a country we need more foreign investment to help fund the economy. So this moving
where
out.
the money is, Tokwe, is in the upstream. Do you understand? It's just like shedding weight. Most serious oil companies, it is in the upstream that they make heavy money. So I think it's a good thing. If it's an indigenous company that is taking it over, it means that there's growth and, you know.
Let's move on.
Analysts think it's a good thing.
Yeah,
let's move on to the Nation. Fayose Omisore got 3.8 billion arms cash, says Obanikoro. And here's the breakdown. According to Obanikoro, Iyola Omisore got 1.7 billion. Ayodele Fayose got $5.377 million. Abiodun Agbele got 1.3 billion naira. Taiwo Karim got 385 million. Souvenirs and surveillance for 200 million naira each. That was money sent to Lagos. And Amechi Omana, we never met Justice Okoro. Okay, we talked about ExxonMobil already. 2 more judges report to EFCC. Okay, let's talk about Obanikoro.
And I'm not interested.
He's singing like a bird.
Excuse me, you know why I'm not interested? Because at the end of all of this disclosure, what's next?
Yeah.
According to the witness from the prosecutor, who is the staff of the CBN, he said that everything was done according to the rule of law. He followed orders and the paperwork was clean. So I'm worried that while we're wasting our resources prosecuting a case that we don't have the capacity to indict anybody, because all of them are saying, confessing, we got the money, we were told to disburse it like this, it was legal and we did the disbursement. So who are we going to hold accountable for this? Is it the orders came from the presidency? Another part I want us to consider, which is maybe we should go back and meet Dino Milaye's suggestion. Can we ask them just to return the money and we forgive them? Because we can't send them to court.
They have used it for elections.
Even Fayose has come out to also say that all these things, he knows that his campaign's funds were legitimately his campaign was legitimately funded. So all these ones that they are doing, the propaganda of going to go and that the people that have got to go and bring Obanikoro, that all is in an effort to focus on the Fayose must be impeached or must go campaign. That we should focus on hunger in the land and the fact that people need good governance.
He's making
sense.
So
the man has answered them.
He's even making sense. People are dying.
But we need to know who took our money and get them to return the money. So at least we're happy. Somebody's even telling us that yes, he spent the money.
The money that we are talking about here, honestly speaking, I think going to court, running up and down, if there's a way they can tell these people, bring the money and you'll be forgiven.
You mean the remaining?
The remaining. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to Vanguard. Federal government okays trial of Justice Okoro, Ademola and others. Picture here of our president with the Chibok girls, 21 Chibok girls. Alleged 2.3 billion naira cash deal. They want to get me at all costs. Let them face governance, says Fayose. Crackdown on judges. Reactions trail Justice Okoro's bombshell. Buhari, Jonathan Saraki, Wiki, others mourn Ken Saro-Wiwa. ExxonMobil quits downstream sector and sells stake to NIPCO. 4.7 billion naira scam. Obanikoro gave 1.7 billion naira to Mishiri. So this picture of our president, Ujibake, you're going to comment on that?
Antokwe said that if I don't have anything good to say about picture, about the picture, I shouldn't say anything. But Morayo, I said to you before the show went on air that we have already received these 21 girls as a people, as the president. The vice president represented himself and the president. His wife was there. Minister of Information was there. DSS chair was there. We have already done all this paparazzi. The president wasn't in the country. Now that he's around, we have already done this. If he wanted to see them, the logistics of him going to see them in DSS quarters is way cheaper than the logistics of bringing those 21 girls to Aso Villa again. It's unnecessary. Let's focus on other things.
Bringing back the remaining girls and rehabilitating this one.
You are making fantastic sense, because the truth is that money went down to bring those people to Aso.
I can't how much money.
Mario, see,
just to bring them to
buy toothpick in this country.
Aso Villa.
Somebody can quote 10 billion naira to buy toothpick.
Okay.
That doesn't happen anymore.
No. Okay.
We are under this new under the new dispensation.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Daily Sun. Daily Sun. NJC talks tough over judge's arrest. Edo Agog as Oba of Benin mounts throne today. Abia North court grants Kalu's pleas for substituted service on Uhabunwa. And 1.2 billion naira poll funds. Fayose replies Obani Koro. Federal government pledges to rehabilitate freed Chibok girls. And Buhari has wasted opportunity to reform Nigeria, says Chimamanda. Interesting article.
Very, very
New
interesting.
York Times.
Yes, very. You remember that she supported the president during the general elections last year. She was saying that ex-president Jonathan had wasted a lot of resources. He hadn't taken the people out of poverty. She campaigned for President Buhari. Now Chimamanda is now saying that with all the support that he garnered, he has wasted a huge opportunity to reform Nigeria. Lots of people are saying, first and foremost, we wanted you to reform the judiciary, you know, your anti-corruption drive, carry people along, you know.
I want to talk about the judiciary. The NJC is talking tough, making statements about the fact that the presidency, the executive are trying to cow the judges because they are not issuing the right judgment they desire. And that was basically the statement, that this is not a fight against corruption, it's a fight to suppress the judiciary. However, the NDC did not address the situation of them finding huge and large sum of money in the houses of these judges, and did not defend why they should have that kind of money. So NDC can talk to, but they should also self-regulate themselves in a way to cut down corruption.
I have a question for the NGC. Did you collect money that does not belong to you or not?
Yes, no.
Because so whether you are saying that it is a form of trying to suppress your authority, it's a good argument. Anybody would jump at it and say, oh, they are trying to suppress them. But the truth is, did you collect money or not? Focus on that.
Final
$24,000.
Final paper this one. Honestly, as a citizen, I'm getting more confused.
$24,000
right now because I don't even know what to think anymore. This day,
it's too deep.
Final paper, all set for coronation of new Oba of Benin today. I beg, make your Oba enter the throne.
Don't worry, when he enters, we'll go and pay a courtesy visit. I will take you there.
No, you got paid and let us know what happened. Access Bank raises $300 million Eurobond from international market. Buhari meets release Chibok girls, talked about that, and snubs the BPOG campaigners. CBN ramps up forex allocations to airlines, manufacturers, and others. All right, so hopefully we get the Oba of Benin mounts the throne today.
Yes, and this article, no, I read it. The article is very, was saying how the Benin people are very excited about the coronation of their new Oba.
Very young.
In our hot topic, I'm going to say a little history about the Benin people.
Okay, cool.
Are we following you there?
Are you all right?
It will be safe to actually go with her because if Yoruba Oba,
they will gbesele.
This one might not gbesele.
This one does not gbesele.
Oba does not. Your Oba doesn't gbesele.
I hope so.
For you to enter into the other room.
All right, let's.
Don't worry, I'll paint myself charcoal color.
Let's take a quick. When we come back, this other room matter, we've been holding it since last weekend. You know, like because we're waiting for Thursday. So what we did was that we invited some men. Since their daddy in the Lord or their daddy in the country said that we belong in the kitchen, so we want to hear from them exactly where do we belong? What are your thoughts about what exactly is the role of women, Nigerian women, in this society? Stay with us. We have 3 gentlemen. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back. Now, despite criticisms that have trailed President Buhari's comments that his wife belongs to the kitchen and the other room, he's gone further to insist that his wife's duty is to take care of him. In today's society, women are taking the lead and altering the face of the Nigerian culture. So we ask, what exactly is the role of women in today's society? Joining us to share their views are gentlemen of the press we have here. We have Yinka Ajijadidu.
Yes, back again.
Yes. We have Wale Animashe Wale Popopo, a Radio Continental. And we have Jonathan Oche, which is the admin of the manager. Welcome to the show.
It's his birthday today.
You can call us on 070-806-68014. You can tweet to us at TBC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTV so we can read your tweets. Now, the reason why we got this gentleman on the set, because since their father in the Lord, or their president, or our president,
yes,
has giving the direction that, okay, women's role
National father.
National father said that the role of women is in the kitchen. We wanted to ask this gentleman if they agree or disagree. But before we get there, I know Jumoke wanted to give us a brief background of the history of women. So just before we start talking, let us hear Jumoke first. Yes,
I'd like to talk about 3 Nigerian women in history, starting from Moremi. She was married to Prince Oromio, and in the then Ile-Ife, they were usually attacked by the Igbo people, forest people. They didn't know where they came from. And she was concerned, Moremi was concerned about this attack on her people. They would abduct them at several times. So she went to the river Emiri asking for powers that would help her, you know, free her people. And she promised that whatever the river wanted from her, she would give. So the next time the Igbo people came and attacked the people of Ile-Ife, Moremi allowed herself to be abducted. She was a very beautiful woman, and she got married off to the king of the Igbo people. She learnt their secrets, ran away back to Ile-Ife, told her people their secrets of the army, and the Ile-Ife people were able to conquer the Igbo people. Prince Oromio took her back as his wife. She went back to the god of Emiri, the river, and he asked for her son. So Moremi's son was given a sacrifice, and her statue is still in Ile-Ife today. Halls of residences in Unilag and OAU University are named after her.
Okay, all right. So I'll pause on that. We'll come to the remaining two with after we hear the comments. You wanted to start with that background, just to know that there are women who have actually done some things aside from being in the kitchen.
Long ago.
Let me hear your thoughts first on the president's comments. Let me start with, who wants to go first?
John.
Yeah. Since you are in front of me. Go ahead. What are your thoughts?
I have no issue with women functioning both in the kitchen and outside the kitchen. But my concern is, because the way this issue is being overflogged, we are actually losing out on some facts. My concern is, this man is talking about his wife, not all women.
Okay.
Now, before you can be talking about your wife, I believe he has married this woman for many years now. Mm-hmm. They had an agreement. They have an understanding. Yes. You and I don't know what they agreed.
Okay.
Thank you.
How they define their roles.
Okay.
What they are supposed to be doing.
Yes.
So this man have come out to say to the public that, look, I know my wife.
Yes.
And I know what my wife should be doing.
Gotcha.
I think what should we asking, the question we should be asking is, what is the reaction of the wife? Is he saying that, no, I don't belong to the kitchen?
Okay. All right, let me
Or I don't belong to his kitchen.
Or I don't belong to his kitchen.
Okay, fine.
So
you're talking that's his revenge his own wife. But there's some men that actually, well, because he's a role model, he's our president, and sometimes he can be an influencer where you influence everybody to say, yes, now, that's the role of a woman. But let me hear from the other gentleman before the ladies then jump in. Yinka, your thoughts on what our president said?
I totally disagree. Okay. On the basis of the fact that I think the president's comments was quite defensive. You know, that's, as men, you know, as we are very egoistic, when something happens, we go on the defense quickly and all that. And I believe that, you know, women really are builders. right? It must have taken, you know, the wife of the president a level of concern that my husband is not listening to me on what I'm saying. For her to, it's like, for example, if you have a wife and she's trying to get your attention in the house. Now, once you ignore her, you have created a weak point whereby if another guy comes in, he takes her up instantly and all that. And the media was like a connect for her, like, look, this guy is not listening to me. I need to, you know, to be able to like, yeah. So, I mean, we have that rationale coming.
That's another perspective.
Yeah, we have that rationale coming in because women, I really believe that, you know, having the understanding that women are builders, you know, puts a position whereby you can't imagine two women having disputes over land. I mean, that's what we're having in the cases of like Syria and the rest of them. When you have people, women in power, you can't see them like.
Okay, let me pause you on that. Wale, please jump in.
Are we going English or PG?
PG, you can do anyone. Be comfortable. This is your view.
First things first. Me, I do not agree with what the president said. Okay. I think it ain't no pure. Because first things first, during the campaign, this woman did there.
Damn.
During mobilizing women, this woman did there.
Yeah.
Now, make she go sit down for kitchen. Why she not sit down for kitchen from the beginning?
Damn.
And secondly, no matter anyhow, anyway, the two of them get their own understanding. But me, I believe, say, the president supposed give that woman, even if not tintingly respect, say, now kitchen, and you know how many men they use that thing for us now? Come out for here, they'll go and stay in the kitchen. If our president can say it, come on, go. So me, I believe, say,
okay. Ladies, that's the issue we're having because of the ripple effect of that statement. As much as Jonathan says, it's his own wife he was referring to, but that ripple effect, because we're in a patriarchal society, and we're trying really hard to say there should be gender equity, where both parties are given equal respect to do certain things. So, but now, when your president reinforces this notion, it throws us 10 steps backwards. Like, okay, what are your thoughts? And also, let's not forget the role of the woman. She went to go and talk about her husband to the media. Is that enough reason for him to say, listen, your role should have been in the kitchen? Let me talk about your
hashtag the other room started trending. Like even on Instagram, there's over 2 million, 2 million tweets mention of the other room. And the idea is that everybody is talking about this. Now, we can decide to focus on what the president said as wrong or take a spin on it to make a stand for what women should be in the society, which is and should be the strongest part of the society. Every statistics of checking development shows that when you empower a woman, your society will move up for good. A society that relegates the women to the kitchen and strictly the other room would always have a problem. And that is what we're facing. The strongest countries, you talk about the Norways of this world, the Netherlands of this world, the Switzerland of this world, they are countries that have been able to empower their women. Because when you empower one woman, you have that family, the children would definitely get proper education. There would be less hunger because she would rather die than have her children go hungry. So I feel that rather than focusing on, we have a job to do in the other room. Yes, we need to maintain the other room.
We'll come to the other room. That other room one, we'll come to that one. We'll focus on the other room in the segment. But let us react to the kitchen issue. Then we'll come to that. Then I'll let Choboke also tell us other women who have done amazing things in the past.
You know, even in history, women have powers that are beyond even what a man can comprehend. In history, because we are very subtle, so whatever we do, our approach is usually very drastic. When we take on any challenge, we are emotional beings, and we are women. We are people that, if we put our heart to it, we get results done because of the nature of how God created us. Even in history, in the Bible, it was a woman that helped the entire army that looked for a king that escaped. And she ended up driving a rod to his heart. Somebody that they've been looking for since. She was the one that conquered it. Right inside her kitchen there. Things were happening. So that's why for me, I don't have a problem with what the president said. I don't have a problem. I've always known that my role is in the other room and in the kitchen. But from that kitchen, the kind of things I'm doling out is what is important. A lot of women are docile. They just take on that position of, let him go. They don't improve themselves. They just sit down and they are laid back. From the kitchen, I know how much my mother invested in our lives from the kitchen. So I don't want us to focus on what the president said as being cynical. But let us also look at how have we as women
brought out the best ingredients that God has
Fantastic.
created inside of us.
See, I really like the angle you're bringing it because I don't want us to all have that face of, oh, I'm not supposed to be in the kitchen, I'm an empowered woman. Yes, we are. But there are some women that are doing great things in the kitchen, from the kitchen. But let me let Jumoke jump in here.
I wanted to talk about Emotan, who was a second wife in Benin, and she helped crown Prince Ogun. He eventually became Oba Eware. She was named Eke Emiton, which meant lazy bones by her husband because she could not cook and she didn't have children. But she was good at taking care of other people's children, which is how she eventually found herself in the marketplace. She has a statue standing for her in Benin today where women who are barren go to pray for children. I was also going to talk about Queen Amina of Zaria, who never married, but she was a warrior. She conquered Katsina and Kano. The earthen walls of the Hausa land today are attributed to Queen Amina. Imagine that she was still the queen today. Will any man in Nigeria say he wants to marry a 14-year-old without her castrating or killing him?
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about the other room. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back. All right, so we roll of women, living room, kitchen, the other room. Okay, before we get to the other room, okay, we talked about kitchen already, right?
Yes.
So women, you can do things from the kitchen. The other room, what does that mean to you, Jonathan? What did the president mean, and what do you think is in the other room? And how do you function in the other room?
Where are you? That can swing anyway.
Okay, what does the other room mean to you?
Well, the other room, look at the way you're all looking at it. It's actually, to me, that is where decisions are made.
Thank you.
So if the president is saying that my wife belongs to the other room, the woman should make good use of the other room.
Thank you. Okay.
That is where that is where the influence is, the power is. So,
Really?
yeah, that's what I think about the other room.
Let me come to the other men. Jimmy G, Aiga, the other room.
To me, actually, it will be conceptual. The other room is a place of prayer, is a place of discipline.
Prayer.
No, seriously.
That's the other room for him now.
It's the other room. See, my major concern, right, when you say what's the role of a woman, in the 21st century, really, is I'm more concerned about the fact that the men being built up right now, right, are breeded by women. So now it's about, yes, truly. Statistics was given by, some time back that, most of the guys in the US prison, right, are there not because their fathers are not there, but because, there was no connect with their mothers per se, majorly. So you have more of these guys and all that. Is a mother that will call you from the streets and pull your ears back inside and say, don't, that's a role, So the other room in the house is majorly like, I will feed all these guys in the house in different respects. I will feed you in terms of like the food you will have, and I will feed you also in the ethics of living this house.
Yeah.
How you're going. That's a role. That I think
the role
is
part
really.
is really important. But let me let Wale jump in. Then I also want to link this up to Pastor Adeboye. That tells us that if a woman cannot pray for 1 hour, don't marry her. If a woman cannot cook, don't marry her.
I want to
Those
talk about
things
the
we'll
other room
talk about the other room. But let me let Wale jump in.
See, me, as far as I'm concerned, the other room is the main arena. The other room is where any man will enter and come out smiling. The other room is where you make a man cool down.
Thank you.
That is why the president, as far as me I dey concerned, say that this matter wey you dey talk. Now we supposed to discuss am when Baba don in the other room. So that when I come out, I say okay, no problem. The other room is very, very essential. Because if the other room no there will be serious problem at all.
I agree.
Everybody go dey fight. Fellas say it go be like say you get heat for body. Your body go dey hot. So for me, for the president to have said and the other room, I think it goes a long way to say now there she dey hold me. So we go iron it out
I
there.
get my
Don't leave
mumu
am.
button there.
Don't press my mumu
Okay,
button.
let me come to the experts in the other room. Talk Jumoke, not Jumoke. Talk by
Experts in the other room.
They are very
but really, the other room is the powerhouse.
Really?
You see, the truth of the matter is that as a husband and wife, most of the time, women always fight the battle at the wrong place.
God
They
bless
fight the
you.
battle. Maybe you and your husband are arguing. You start saying, no, 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 no. You don't fight like that.
Thank
A
you.
smart woman knows the power of the other room and how in submission she achieves everything she wants in the other room. You must master the art of the other room.
So our president's wife did not do that.
I'm
That was when she can speak to the media.
I am
first.
sure that if she had mastered the art of the other room, there will be no need to say anything.
After
You
five
see
children.
the people she wants to fight for. The people, because she's fighting for us. What was her complaint? The cabinet isn't doing the right thing. Deal with it in the other room. By the time you finish, he will come outside of the other room and he will go and inaugurate the right thing.
What if,
And you
what
want?
if he's
Because
a, got
he
a
has done
husband
the right job.
who doesn't care about the other room?
No, there is no man that does not
I
care
never see.
about the other room.
I never see. I
The
never see.
lack of the other room is what destroys families.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
Oh, let me let you jump in. Kaha smiling.
See, any woman that does not understand the power of the other room, you are just starting. There's no way, because you see, I think the other room is meant to relieve, first of all, stress,
Yes.
and also it's meant to bond. You see that bond between a couple. Before you say it, I'm thinking it. It happens from a good relationship in that other
Pause.
room.
Let me take Yakub. Yakub, are you there?
Yeah, Morayo.
Yakub, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Because of the time, good morning to you.
Go ahead. Thanks.
Morayo, first and foremost, don't let us forget one thing. This is a political statement. That is number one. Number two, Morayo, the statement that the woman goes to outside the country and made, it is not good. Why am I saying that? Do you know that out of the 3 rules that we are talking about this morning, the kitchen, the living room, the other room, one out of those 3 is not much important. That is the living room. But the kitchen and the other room is the most important thing here. Morayo, if you lost your kitchen and then you also lost that other room, you have lost everything. Why am I saying that? I just asked for Uwa this morning because it's already said it all. If the woman wants to make a political statement, he could have made it in that other room. And then he will win the man, and then the man will go out there and win the man.
But if your husband is over 70 and he
Morayo,
and then
let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. What I was trying to say, for the man to have mentioned
The other room.
he
It's
paused.
interest.
But you don't hold on. Let me finish. He paused and I said, and the
other
other
room.
room.
Baba
For him,
smile.
listen. For him to have mentioned it. Listen, Daddy does not know age. Oh. He does not know age. Don't be deceived and say that. Oh, the man. If she was doing the job in the other room, in short, he would not have left Nigeria without carrying her by his side.
Now, the
I'll
other
let Yinka jump in, but let me quickly let
the
you guys
other room is very important because, I mean, eventually children even come out of there. The kitchen is also very important in any house because without food, we will die. But
can
I
play
mentioned the history of Nigerian women because that is not where we belong. As much as you are doing your roles and your functions in these 3 rooms, women are also powerful in other areas of life. So, Emoto did not know how to cook. She didn't have any children. Queen Amina was never married. But all the land in Zaria, she made Zaria the richest trading center in Nigeria. So as much as women, they have these roles, they are also powerful in other areas.
Fantastic. Yinka, jump in there.
I need to really comment. Jumoke, thank you so much for that point, really. Because of the fact that the statements I'm really very, concerned about is the fact that you belong
We don't belong
to the
there.
other room. It's
We
a
don't.
positioning issue,
Yes.
right? That, look, I need to position myself as regards my statement and what I'm functioning as
Yes.
at the present moment. It's a building thing. So, I mean, it's to use the word you belong. It's not like it's just
derogatory.
So if they belong, then we have an issue.
yes.
That word belong. Yes,
Yes.
Jonathan.
I want to say this. Could it be an issue of action and reaction?
True.
So we have
Yeah.
we have to look at it from that perspective because sometimes what you trigger could also lead to something else. So the man is always saying that you belong to the other room, probably because of what you have said.
Yeah.
So not really that we are just looking at it on the face value.
Yeah.
So
And
there's-
we're all
there's-
defining the other room as that other room.
That
But
other room.
Let me
So-
take Fumi. Fumi from Ogudu, I believe. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
I'm the first time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, I want to speak concerning what you have said. I totally agree with in the sense that it is from that kitchen that some people are against, that my mom sent me to school, to nursery and primary school. And it is from that same kitchen I'm sending myself to the university. So I think it depends on the perspective we view it from. If you limit yourself to the kitchen, like you want to do the cooking and cook all the rest of your life, then you can choose that on your own part. I think we just have to improvise with these two resources that we are being.
I have a question for you. Now, she has harped on that from that kitchen. You're talking about the role of a caterer. The people who take the role from the other room, they send their children to school also. Is that a good role?
Yes. Not in the light of not in the light of that, but in the light of your spouse.
No, making it commercial.
Do you know
Okay, that's a different issue. But
you are taking it commercial. This is husband. Let's forget about any other thing.
She's talking about commercial now. Sending your children to school is as a caterer.
No, listen. Holding on to your role as a woman in especially matrimonial
as a wife,
as a wife in your matrimonial duties. Some women have not been able to connect to the man that they call their husbands, but because they have improved on those skills in marriage, they are able to get the meat out of every man. Let me tell you something. People usually naturally are self-centered, you know, and it is very rare sometimes to find somebody that just comes and they are selfless. Most of us are self-centered until we meet someone that is able to soften, you know, our disposition to life. Okay, so sometimes if you're not skilled in that act, you can be married to that man and you continue to call the man stingy, you continue to call the man this, you continue to call the man that. Meanwhile, you're not doing your roles as a woman.
Let me pause you. Let me take Chris from Festa. Chris, are you there?
Yes.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please. Yes.
I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the
show. The black lady over there. I really appreciate you. You are beautiful. You're a strong woman, and I know you are going pretty far. God's willing. Amen. Concerning the topic this morning, I want to contribute my part. It is only a man that does not know the power behind a woman. We tell the woman that kind of a thing the president has told his wife.
I agree, sir.
You see, if his wife make a trouble, I'm pretty sure that the president will confuse how to rule the country. Women are powerful.
True.
They can be in the other room and they make the man to go straight on a knee.
You have come to our side now. Okay. That's all what we are saying.
Women are powerful.
Yeah.
We know
and
that.
I think we should be equal, because when God created a man, he made a woman to be his equal.
To complete him.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So a man cannot have a perfect role without a woman.
Definitely.
Thank you.
All right, I have to go on a quick break, but I think so far you've been able to establish two things. There's the role of the wife, which is important that those three rooms.
Yes.
But there's the role of a woman. She's not
Yes,
yet a wife.
that's where I want
but
to-
that woman must understand her role. Right? That role of a woman is what you can try to make in the society. Because you're also empowered to move mountains.
Yes.
So I don't want us to confuse both. But let's take a break. We'll come to talk about I'm going to take more calls. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back. All right, so now we have gentlemen in the studio, so we need to ask them, what exactly do you define as the role of your own wife? Now, the president has spoken about his own wife. We'd like to hear your own wife. What is her own role? Let me start with Wale Popopo.
Wale.
This one will add me. First things first, my wife has a dual role. She's a wife, she's a woman, she's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's sister. So I just see my wife as somebody who is great, because she has to juggle these things. Being a wife, being a woman, and being a woman that wants to achieve. And not forgetting that she takes care of the children more than I do anyway. So I see my wife as, in all honesty, as God sent, because I'm lazy. So when a wife should be able to balance the husband, the home, and whatever she wants to achieve in life.
Her career.
Because if the husband give you all of house, you can't advance.
True.
You will not allow, because you will not be composed.
So do you put her under pressure in the other room or in the kitchen?
No, never put them under pressure. You put them under pressure, it will backfire on you. It's simple. Okay. A woman is very simple. You give them what they want, they'll give you the best things you want in life.
Okay, let me jump to Jonathan.
Yeah,
what's the role of your wife?
Let me start by saying this. You need to understand the woman you have married.
Thank you.
That is very important. So you cannot judge your wife based on what other women are doing.
Okay.
My own wife is a career person, career driven, and she also loved the home.
Complete woman.
So even when she went to do her postgraduate, I have to allow her to do postgraduate first before I did mine. Because I know that she's a career person. And when it comes to the home, she's fantastic, both in the kitchen and both to take care of children. So what I'm trying to say is that is my own wife. Now, I have come to realize that this woman loves this. Now, let me quickly say this. I did a pilot study some time ago, and we were talking to some women on the street, and I tried to find out, given another situation, in this situation, will you want to quit your job for home, or you want to be a career person? Most of them said, the few we talked to or we interviewed, you can't imagine what came out from the mind. Some of them say, look, I'm a career person, but if my husband were to be a millionaire, I will sit down and take care of the children.
Yes, now.
So you can see that
absolutely. Me
that
too.
is taking us back to
where we're coming from.
So is it a crime?
They love the home. They love the children. They want to take care of the home. But it's because some of them, their husband is not, they feel that things are expensive. Let's support this man financially and augment.
Men have not been able to meet their...
No, they are helping.
Let's spade. Let me call Ayodele. Hang in there. I'll come to Yinka. Ayodele, are you there? Ayodeji, I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Don't let us lock this thing too much. What the parents said, there was nothing wrong about it, actually. We are Africans. But it's only where he mentioned it was the wrong place. That's the only thing I say about that. As a man, your wife is your wife. She's a mother and she's a woman. As a wife, she needs to take care of me, take care of the home. As a mother, she needs to take care of my children. As a woman, she needs to pursue her career too. So, I mean, if a man said my wife belongs to the kitchen and the other room, I think he has not said anything out of context.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now, I'll come to Yinka. Yinka, our president is comfortable. If you were as comfortable and rich and wealthy as our president today, your wife has really no business going to school or even maybe becoming an employee or somewhere. She has everything she needs. At that point, wouldn't you feel that need to say, listen, she doesn't belong, but her job is just freaking take care of me.
But the president
be in the kitchen and be in the other room.
She hasn't stopped.
She will allow you to achieve, but
even though he was comfortable.
Centrally, but yes, he allows you to be who you want to be, but he feels your real objective is to be in the kitchen and the other room because he has enough to take care of you. Yinka, do you agree? What's the role of your wife also?
Role of my wife. She's a multiplex of a lot of things. Because one of the things that I've seen so far that replicates in other women is before a woman, marries and all that, nobody gets to tell her that she will be the last person to sleep and the first person to wake up. That's a very huge, and then she enters into that process and is like, oh my goodness, what's going on? So, I mean, we would all be sleeping and she would still be cooking, she would still be putting everything together and everything and all that. So, I mean, yeah, my wife is fantastic, but I mean, let's look on the broader end of it, that if you say my wife is supposed to belongs to the kitchen and she's supposed to cook, and we've been discussing that. Now look at it from this point. You cannot cook for everybody. You are cooking for your house, right? That's a point. Now the thing about what more is a woman supposed to do?
What that God put in
her. Yes, That's where the issue is. If I'm, rich and everything, I have all that, I believe that it becomes a reprimanded selfishness for her to remain in the house without, because she needs to function. She needs to function for the society. There's something inside of her.
That's what you think. That's what you think.
I'm always so concerned about this. You see, because the aspiration, there's a role of a wife to take care of. When you become a wife and a mother, your job is to raise godly children and be the best partner for your husband. Okay. But there's a role of a woman too. But we're so focused on being the woman and being that successful person that we neglect the role of a wife and a mother. And most women right now, the family institution is crumbling because we're so focused on, I have brain. I can also be an MD CEO. But guess what? Your job is to be the best mother and the best wife ever. Listen, that is my own perspective. When you become a mother or you become a wife, you have decided to take on that role that I will support this man to be the best he can be, and I'll be the best what I can be. And then we don't raise good children. The women are so focused on, I want to be the best in business, that we leave the primary assignment. The role of a family is to raise good children.
Let me come to what I will take on.
The role I want to take on, if not even much better, is the role of Ibuku Awosika. She is a balanced woman. In the home front, her husband is Lord and King. In the workplace, she is MD CEO of different boards.
Bam!
Now, the problem I have with our today women is that they decide to say, because you see, let me tell you something, even if my husband is a billionaire tomorrow, I will still do what I am doing.
Definitely.
That is my dream, that is my goal. I will pursue to bring out the best I want to be. But Jumoke, you just said just now, if your husband is a billionaire, you sit at home.
Yes, now.
You understand?
Yes, now.
Sit at home. You see,
yes, now.
What are we saying? You're contradicting yourself.
Yes, now.
That's who they are.
Yes, them. That's why I said don't generalize women.
Let me finish my point.
Don't generalize.
You are driven more at what you're doing, more about, okay, because of this is where the
doesn't make them bad.
What I mean, no. I've not said it makes you bad. Okay. So my point is that a woman should be balanced. Have everything.
Taurix Rose says, "Dear Lord, I plead you give me a future wife who I will humbly wash her feet, and she will wash mine in return." Samuel says, Buhari made a political and innocent statement, but in an inappropriate setting. It wasn't meant to run down women folks. Comedian says, women are powerful. Adam was created before Eve, but now Eve gather liver, confront devil, pluck the fruit. Edu says, that's of the realized abducted girls. I can't read his English.
Wale Fash Oladimi says, I'm the only son of my parents with 4 intelligent, beautiful sisters. I hate to think this is the way their husbands think of them. He also said that it's trifling to make the other room the woman's only mantle of influence. PMB's comments is regressive and smacks of female subversion. Adebayo Francis said, the other room is where governance and critical decisions were birthed. It's like a director-producer role in a movie.
Unfortunately, we don't have much time. We have to round up. But generally, I think we'll be able to hear the perspective of the men. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming here. Okay, sure. Let me let you know.
Please, just women, just continue to bridge the gap. That's the only thing I have to say.
The gap. Last word.
Last word. Be who you are. Let's not generalize women.
Okay.
I don't want this generalization. You know yourself. You know what talent or what skill you have. So develop yourself and become who you are.
And Wale?
Well, my own last word is a woman is a woman is a woman is a woman. Whatever you like, whatever you do, please keep on being a woman because we need you people.
And last word on the other room. Who wants to go?
I think that every woman, every wife should master the art of the other room.
Wow.
So that your husband will not look outside.
I think both of you need to do a conference on the other room.
We are already working on the conference.
Okay, because we want to learn these techniques in the other room.
We have to master it.
But women, do not be relegated to just being in the other rom. God has put in you power to exceed, to lead. So be a leader in your house and outside.
We can end on that. Let's end on that. That's what we can take. Have a lovely day.
Leadership is not
tomorrow. Bye-bye.
It's not gagra. You have to go subtle.